Well, good morning, and welcome back to Log Cabin Firewood. And today, we are attacking a problem that I just encountered with my dump trailer. Let's go. Hey guys, I hope everybody has been doing great. So, recently I have been using the dump trailer a lot, but I literally travel from my driveway, which is right here, and I go to that driveway over there. So my trailer only charges when the truck is running and it's plugged into the plug. It's got like a little trickle charge on it. And for me going from here to there and back and stacking wood over on my stacks of wood, it's not getting enough time to efficiently or effectively charge. So yesterday when I split this wood and I brought it home to stack it, the dump trailer, well, it wasn't dumping, let's just say. It just hasn't had enough time hooked up. So I think I came up with an option. Let's check this out. So before I show you what we've got, let's get one thing straight. I'm not a used car salesman. I'm not gonna feed you some lie that something is game-changing or this is the best, because there's a lot of things that are the best, and this thing here might not even work. So we're gonna try it out together. So we found something today, and this is the Thunderbolt Solar 10-watt solar trickle charger. Now, I did see someone else in the community have one of these, and I think it's working out pretty well for him. He's got one on both of his trailers, and no, it's not outside with Shibe. But Brad actually has one of these hooked up on both of his trailers, and I think he's had good success with it. I asked him one time and he was like, dude, I really like him. You know, he sets his charger up on top of his tarp. And when I say charger, I mean the actual solar panel. He'll just set it here, and before he moves anywhere, he takes it off. But I think I'm gonna try and mount it here because it has some suction cups, and I'll see if it will charge between now and tomorrow. So let's get this box open and see what I need to hook it up. Well guys, I didn't realize it when I was recording, but my mic that is on my hat, I fried this thing when I loaded it full of sweat a couple weeks ago, and I threw it right in the charger when it was still full of sweat. So essentially the thing was soaking wet, and I tried to charge it. Pretty sure I cooked this one. Probably gonna have to order another one. It sucks because there's another $100 down the drain. But I'm doing a little unboxing here, and I'm showing you that there are directions that, you know, none of us men actually read, but they are here if you want to. And here's the solar panel. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a solar panel. I don't know how much cooler it can get. I think that's what I was actually saying here, but it looks cool. And then I think I'm gonna turn this thing over here in a second. Oh yeah, I am. I'm going to turn it over and show you the plug. This is the same type of plug that my Harley Davidson used to have, you know, for the trickle charger. That's what I was going to show you. And then it's got several options to mount with. And I don't mean mount, I mean connect. Like, it's got several different connectors. This one here is the one I'm going to use. You can wire it directly to the positive and the negative terminal on your battery. Or you have the option here with two little clamps. So I guess you could hook this right to your battery. And that one there is a car charger. I need to read the directions because I have no clue what that's for. Maybe you can like plug that into your car and like charge your car's battery through the 12-volt thing. I don't think it works like that. I don't know. If you know in the comments, let me know. But that's the one I'm going to use in my hand right here. So here, I am just simply removing the nut from the negative terminal at the moment, and then I will put the negative connection to the little quick connect right on there. And then I did pick up some dielectric grease here, and I recently purchased this because I noticed some corrosion on my plug on my trailer. So that might be a reason why this thing's not charging, is because of the corrosion. I might have to actually dial this down and replace the actual plug. But we'll diagnose this a little bit further as this video goes on. I might have to... Actually, I'll just spoil it. I'm gonna have to figure some stuff out, because, yeah, we'll have to figure something out. And I think it is my plug. So now we have the solar panel, and I am taking the wire tie off of it that was really tied on there. And we're just going to simply set the solar panel up top for now, and we're going to run the quick connect down to the plug and plug her in. And that's as simple as this little solar charger is. Like, it's literally plug and play. I like this thing. So it is now 2 days later since we hooked up this little solar trickle charger on my dump trailer. So we got home yesterday, and there was some pretty bad storms that blew through, and I had like 20 minutes from when the time I got home to when those storms hit, and then afterwards it was just so wet and miserable out here, I just didn't want to come out. And I should have, when I recorded this 2 days ago, actually gave you guys a sound of what the battery sounded like, but now it sounds like it normally did. Before, it was like barely going up, and it was, you could hear it like slowly winding down. So I could definitely say that the solar trickle charger is doing its job. That is all we wanted, to do its job. So I typically don't do cleanup jobs because they start at $300 an hour, and if I have to manually hand stuff into my truck, I'm not interested. But since there's oak logs 2 houses away, I'm gonna go beat on this guy's door and see if he's ready for me to get them off his property. So hey guys, I'm here with Jay. This is my neighbor. How you doing, Jay?
Good, how you doing?
So he beat on my door. Actually didn't even beat on my door. He scared the crap out of me like 2 months ago when I was sharpening chains. I had music blaring, I didn't hear him pull up, and he startled me and he said, "Hey man, I got wood next door. Do you want any? Check this out." So Jay called and said he has some wood. So I don't know about you guys, but this is a little bit more than some wood. This is a lot of wood. And it goes all the way back here. I mean, this is a pretty good pile of, I believe it's all oak too. So we're gonna go get the excavator and my dump trailer, and we're gonna start loading this up because there's several loads here. I don't think I'm gonna get it all in one day because it is like 6:30 already this evening. But we'll see what we can get. Let's do it. Well, here we go. This is a big old chunk of oak here. And this is the biggest of all of them. We're gonna see if I can pick this thing up without flipping the machine, which I don't think we will. But it is a massive chunk. If anything went sour right now, I would simply just rest this right on the side of my trailer. As far as if it started like wanting to flip on me like right now, just ease it down until we touch. You can't flip out in these moments where you might have a little too much on there. That is a massive tree, guys. I don't know if you guys can see that sticking out right now. But like I was saying, right as it happened, you got to be careful of the tipping point on these machines. And since I've got the blade in front of me, this is the best spot for me to grab. And like, as far as my tipping point goes, right in front of me is the best place. But that was the biggest part of all these trees. So now this should be easier. That was a little scary, guys, because I'm literally right next to this guy's house, and I don't want to damage property. This one's gonna go boom. He's in there watching his TV show. He just got home from work. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. So this is kind of going to be the moment of truth to see if that battery charger really helped us out here. Because I put that big old tree all the way up front, and hopefully my trailer has enough juice to dump this. I think it should though. And there's so much more wood there than I anticipated. And you can see it's kind of cut oddball. But I'm going to dump this stuff here for now, and then I'll get the excavator over here and resituate things. Let's see if she dumps. Oh no. She don't want to dump, guys. And he don't have that other excavator here. What do we do? What do we do? I can try to like back up real quick and slam on the brakes. Let's see if we could do it. We'll try it. I don't know. I know I could probably get a couple pieces off. This is silly. The shenanigans we get into at Log Cabin Firewood. Nope. That stuff don't want to move at all. Yeah, these are probably, oh wow, one came out. All right, cool. Maybe we'll try that again or see if it'll go up. Let's go get the tractor, and I'll get the tractor underneath the corner of the trailer and kind of assist it. So I don't recommend this, but in typical Log Cabin Firewood fashion, we're trying whatever we can to see if it'll work. So I brought the tractor over here, and I'm gonna give the dump trailer a little assistance. See if I can actually get this dumped. And it doesn't look like it. Nope. Ain't gonna happen, guys. I gotta go get the excavator and unload this stuff, which sucks. Oh well, we tried. Well, we got a jump pack, guys, and it's slowly going. I don't think it's gonna go all the way. Watch out, little man, let him get in here. He might have to help. That's all I got. I killed my man's jump pack.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I should be able to pull up and slam on the brakes. There we go. Now we're cooking with grease. Dude, look at that one piece. That thing's every bit of 38 inches at the base. This piece,
that's a heavy.
this piece right here, and I put him all the way up front.
I know. That's probably the worst idea to do. But hey, it helped.
I gotta service my battery, guys, but yeah, I got it on camera. Good. All right, guys. Well, I wanted this to be a much longer video than that, but we got one load over here of mini, and I'm gonna have to bleep out a lot of stuff because little man and me were just straight cussing. But you can see the size of that piece right there. And it looks like I either need a new battery or I need to just take it out and actually charge it because my battery's completely dead on this dump trailer. Well, I took Jeff's advice and I just loaded the back and we're gonna use his battery, so hopefully this one dumps. Guys, I don't know what I'd do without this old man. He took his battery out of his dump trailer and has some jumper cables, and I guess we're gonna just jump this thing so it'll dump it. We'll see how many times we can dump. Huh?
I'm gonna be wood for my boy.
Why?
Before you put that battery in there.
I didn't know you were taking it out.
It ain't. I got 2 batteries in mine.
Do you?
Yeah.
And what, your big dump trailer has two?
No.
All right, so which one's the plus?
Right there.
All right, kabam, and kabam. Let's see if we got some juice, guys, because the juice is loose. And if it works, we'll go record it. Now we're trying the tractor battery. So negative and positive. I'll let him hook his up first. Oh, we're dumping. Huh? I thought you said the cylinder. Well, you guys probably didn't get any audio since my mic was on my other hat. All right, so black goes to black, red goes to red. We should dump. Let's see. It does, but it don't like it because I put a load on this one. I definitely need to either service this battery or see if I can service it, or just get a new one. I mean, it's working good now. It's dying though. I don't know what's going on with the battery, guys. It's working now. I mean, it went powered down by itself that time, and it didn't, you know, want to peter out on me. Guys, there's a ton of wood here. Like, this is a super score. I am super thankful that my neighbor Jeff lets me use his excavator. I'm super thankful that my neighbors around here know I mess with firewood and I heat my home with wood. This is actually Jeff's son's father-in-law. So this is still, we're still keeping it in the family here, which is nice. Now some of this wood will become Jeff's. I'm not gonna hoard all this to myself. You know, Jeff's being kind enough and letting me use his equipment to get this stuff. You know, I gotta pay it forward. And then he's also taking time out of his evening to pull that battery out of his other machine. Or no, I'm actually jumping the jumping it with the tractor now. But you know, he was just the know-how in the older generation. He's like, look son, jump the thing with this and keep on going, because I was gonna call it quits. You know, I ended the video, what, two trailer loads ago? But he told me, come on son, don't give up, keep going. And you know, I do lack in confidence sometimes, so it's nice to have somebody that's gonna boost me up and tell me, hey, keep going. And sometimes in life, that's all you need, is somebody to tell you, look, don't stop, keep going. You know, my ADD, my depression, it all stops me from doing a lot of things. And you know, I don't talk about that stuff because we're men. Men don't talk about our problems, we just work. And maybe that's a lot of men's problem, is we just work through things. We don't actually sit with things and work through them, I guess. This thing is so touchy in reverse. Frontwards, it's not that jumpy. Frontwards. Forward, sorry guys, I'm over here scatterbrained. But yeah, you know, I guess there's a lot of things that stop me from doing everything I want to do in life. But I think it's mostly because I try to just play it safe all the time. And I'm not really always willing to take big risks. That's a huge flaw of mine. I'd definitely be a lot better off financially if I took more risks, more calculated risks. The mosquitoes are getting me since I got this door open. I'm trying to get some of these bigger pieces out of this pile back here. Hopefully I'm not going to get any bees. I guess I'd have probably saw the bees already if they were back here. Let's we're gonna set this here. Let's see if we can't get a couple more of these big pieces laid out so I don't have to keep tracking back and forth. And this is some of the smaller limb wood. You know, this the smaller stuff is, you know, sometimes a pain to deal with, but this is all good oak. So I'm not going to say no to this. And Jeff's son actually told me months ago to come over here and get this. It was probably the end of May that I was told about this wood. And I have just been so preoccupied with trying to get home situated and work situated, and I just haven't had time to come over here and get this. I hope I'm not waking these people up now. It looks like they don't have their TV on in their room anymore. They were watching TV in the sunroom. I hope I'm not keeping them up. And this probably is going to be the last load for the day. It is going on 8 o'clock now. I actually have to work tomorrow. I'm getting some overtime, which is amazing because I'm going on vacation in a couple weeks. So this will make up for the per diem I'm losing that week that I'm not going to be around. Excuse me, I got heartburn again. Perfect. See if I can't get some more bigger stuff, or I guess I'll just keep working on this little stuff. It's gotta go. And then as soon as I get back from vacation, I guess, it's probably gonna be 2 weeks before I even get to cutting into any of this. But it's good because I was getting a little stressed out, you know, even though I've got that pine over there and I got the white oak, and there's probably, I don't know, 4 cutting sessions. I do get stressed out when I don't have, you know, wood laying around that I could potentially be cutting or doing with. But this year I've really slowed down a lot, you know. I haven't had as much overtime, and I've actually been trying to spend more time with my family rather than just cut wood. And there is a fine line that you have to, I don't know, juggle when you do wood, because this is very time consuming. There's nothing easy about this. There's nothing, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's always work. It takes a lot of time to make a lot of firewood. And even if you have a $10,000, $20,000 machine, you're still gonna spend time producing wood. Yeah, you can do it more efficiently with a commercial splitter. It still takes time. And you know, time's the most important thing you can give to somebody, and I'm not getting any younger. You know, I like to, I've been trying to spend more time with the people that I love, as well as trying to build a YouTube channel, as well as, you know, moving forward with my career. You know, I changed positions. That was a big jump for me. I was doing the same thing for the past 4 years. I was super comfortable with who I worked with and what I was doing, and now I'm with a whole new group of people. I'm learning their ways. I'm learning the ways they don't want me to be. And I don't know. So there's been a lot going on in the world of Jack here lately. And you know, I try to keep it entertaining for you guys. This is just, you know, we're just doing firewood. I don't know how much more interesting or cool us firewood channels can really be. Like, I don't get it. I mean, besides going out and spending $200,000 on a processor just to show on a YouTube channel, or going around and peddling to every manufacturer that might not be as good as some of the best and showing it to people, I don't know what else there is I could do that I would feel comfortable with. Because I'm not a used car salesman. I don't want to peddle junk. I don't want to sell junk. I want to give you the best options possible. Because I've worked hard for everything I have, and I want you to have the best possible thing that you can get with your money, because we all work very hard for our money. I'm not going to peddle some junk just because a manufacturer says, here, take this, Jack. And I have turned people down before. And that's between me and the manufacturer that I've turned down, you know, and it's not that I think they're bad, it's just not something I would buy, so I don't want to show it to you. And maybe I'm silly for turning some of the things down that I've turned down, but in life you gotta have dignity. You just can't peddle. You just can't peddle anything. You gotta believe in what you're peddling. And I think that's where a few people have, I don't know, they've kind of picked a few things that I necessarily wouldn't show you. And it's okay, they can do whatever they want. You know, everybody's entitled to make their business the way they want to make it, show the stuff they want to show. There's probably only 3 or 4 loads here left. I'm still going to come back tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get another load after this. Like I said, I got to work tomorrow. And sorry for rambling. This is just a big ramble fest. It's not really very interesting. It's just really me talking. And I'm going to take the advice of some of the people that watched my video today, because today is Thursday, the 17th, and I asked all you people, my viewers, you know, what do you guys want to see? And do you like the fast forward stuff? Do you like the when I keep things real time? You know, it was a split consensus, really, you know, what everybody likes. Some people say they like a good mix. And that's kind of what I look for when I watch stuff. Like, you know, Chris in the Woodyard is primarily who I try to mimic. And I think a lot of us try to do that, but he's a videographer, he's a photographer. He's a very smart man that's been doing this all his life. He knows exactly where to set up his camera. He knows how to make shots work for him that don't require a lot of editing, because, you know, he's doing 3 or 4 videos a day, and then, you know, he stays up all night long editing, and he does a lot of stuff that does some time lapse, and he puts some tunes in there, and I really like that because he's got a good, like, country western twang in some of his stuff. You know, some of his stuff, he's got his little, like, Spanish little dancey music. I mean, he's very interesting and creative with everything he does. And I wish that I could get to that level where I was as interesting as Chris. You know, he's a lot of our idols. You know, he's a older gentleman. And Chris, if you ever watch this, I don't think you're old, but you are older than me, and I have a ton of respect for you. And Chris has helped me a lot with a lot of different things too. I mean, every time I talk to Chris, he's like, hey, how many videos are you doing now? And he's like, that's not enough, you got to do more. But, you know, Chris, the answer to everything is more. And it's hard to juggle a real career and do more, and have a woman in the house that needs attention too. All right, well, there's another good load. Let's go get this dumped. Well, I know this thing's probably not going to dump by itself, but I'm going to try it again because the battery actually sounded like it was charging when I lowered it. And I know I'm probably wasting time because I know it's not going to go, but let's see if it will. I don't know, guys. Maybe my truck actually started charging now. Maybe there was a loose connection somewhere in here. Because, I don't know. Would the tractor battery actually jump this thing enough to charge it? I don't think it would. Well, guys, I would say this was a good couple hours. I guess it was 6:30 when I started this, and it's now 8:20, so 2 hours. I got 1, 2, 3, I think this is 4 loads. I am extremely happy with this because this will give me something to do for the next couple weeks. And tomorrow after work, I'm probably going to get the excavator and walk back over there and get his mess cleaned up and get it dumped over here. And then the following day, I'll get the excavator over here and I'll stack this stuff up so it's out of the way. I did, you know, like always, take over, you know, my neighbor's driveway. Even though there's still a good U here, but he uses this to turn around when he's got his trailers on his truck and stuff, so he doesn't have to do a backup and stuff. It's just a nice U-shaped area. But guys, I am so happy. What do you think? This is some super, super cool oak. I'm so excited. I can't tell you enough. But now, guys, that's all I've got for you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care of each other, and I will catch you on the next one.